Спасибо командованию 810 за данное техническое приспособление. Вот. Значит, сюда можно установить пулемет.
The Ukrainian Air Force hit a command post of a unit from Russia's 3rd Motorized Rifle Division, part of the 20th Army, near Demidovka, in Russia's Belgorod Oblast on March 18th, the General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces reported on Telegram. The General Staff confirmed the facility was completely destroyed. Russian forces used the post to plan and conduct operations against Ukrainian defense forces in Sumy Oblast. The strike significantly reduces the 3rd Motorized Rifle Division's ability to operate effectively on the battlefield, the General Staff added. Earlier on March 20th, President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia was amassing troops in the Sumy sector, aiming to push Ukrainian forces out of Kursk Oblast. The US-based Institute for the Study of War reported the same day that Ukrainian defense forces had advanced into Belgorod Oblast in recent days, though it's unclear if they still hold positions there. On March 18th, Vadim Maisnik, spokesperson for the Siversk Operational Tactical Troop Grouping, said significant numbers of Russian units, previously active in Kursk Oblast, were moving toward the Sumy Oblast border. A Russian assault trooper gleefully checks out his command's latest multifunctional novelty, a brilliant Russian defense industry creation, a mini infantry fighting vehicle, ammo transporter, and hearse in one. Likely Kursk Oblast.
Так, сегодня у нас на обзоре, короче, новое, техническое транспортное средство из полезного. Колеса, радиус, футбрасир. Вот. Зато никакими осколками не проживет. 2 посадочных места. Вот. Удобно. Можно с поджопником, можно без, вообще отлично. Значит, титановый пруд, ну и, соответственно, сам конь. Спасибо командованию 810 за данное техническое приспособление. Вот. Значит, сюда можно установить пулемет. Возить много технических у него возможных этих использований, решений. Вот. Бля, в общем, пробуем обкатку. Давай, пробуем. Оп-оп-оп-оп-оп. Вандали! Теперь все наступления будут проходить намного быстрее. ВДС перегрузка стоит, а так нормально. В принципе, враг будет поездить, воде будет тонами.
Combined geolocated footage by Cyber Boroshno confirms that not the ammunition storage east, but directly north of Engels 2 Airbase was targeted and hit. Locals report secondary detonations. There is a lot of damage in the close proximity of the airport due to ongoing explosions. Ukrainian special forces, in coordination with other defense units, struck the Engels 2 airbase in Russia's Saratov region on the night of March 20th. Fires, explosions, and secondary detonations were reported. This military site is used for missile strikes against Ukraine, the Ukrainian General Staff confirmed. Ukraine used long-range missiles or drones to destroy a cruise missile stockpile at Engels 2, a Russian airbase that houses part of Moscow's strategic bomber fleet, as seen on satellite photos provided by Maxar. The images are confirming they show significant damage to ordnance storage facilities at the base. Some buildings were completely destroyed, leaving only craters behind. These warehouses stored containers full of Kh-101/Ki-5555 cruise missiles, which Russia launches at Ukraine from Tu-160 and Tu-95 strategic bombers, Ukrainian aviation expert Anatoly Krapchinsky said. It is very likely that a pre-assembly center for these missiles was located there as well, and it too was destroyed. The airstrike was carried out early in the morning on March 20th, with Saratov Oblast residents living next to the airbase reporting explosions and posting footage of a major fire at the facility. Shortly afterwards, local authorities ordered evacuation of civilians from the immediate vicinity. A Russian substation was struck, which left an entire Russian city without electricity. A power substation fire has left part of the Russian city of Gorno-Altaysk without electricity. Ukraine's southern defense forces released footage of the destruction of a Russian BM-21 Grad MLRS system. The BM-21 Grad multiple launch rocket system has played a significant role in the war in Ukraine, both for Ukrainian and Russian forces. Here's why it is important. The Grad MLRS is mounted on a truck, allowing it to quickly move, fire its rockets, and relocate to avoid counter-battery fire. This mobility is crucial in the fast-changing battlefields of Ukraine, where artillery duels are common. The Grad can fire up to 40 rockets in less than 20 seconds, covering large areas with high explosive ordnance. This makes it effective for destroying enemy positions, supply lines, and troop concentrations. Ukraine has used a variety of rocket types, including fragmentation, incendiary, and even extended-range rockets. Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof is asked, will Europe stop supporting Ukraine as Putin is asking?
Vladimir Putin actually wants Europe to stop supporting Ukraine as part of the ceasefire. Is that negotiable, as you
No,
say?
that is not negotiable as far as I am concerned. And I think for none, at least most European countries, let me put it carefully, is it truly an option. It's not for nothing that we are working with various member states in Europe, with the UK, and also other countries like Canada and Turkey, to see how we can secure the safety guarantees, can arrange if a peace plan comes, and that remains the intention of all these countries.
Shoigu arrived in North Korea. He will meet with Kim Jong-un. What will Russia ask for this time? North Korea has played a crucial role in supporting Russia's war efforts, especially in the Battle of Avdiivka and Kursk, by supplying millions of artillery shells and rockets. Russia faced severe ammunition shortages due to Ukraine's counteroffensive and Western sanctions. However, North Korea stepped in by sending Soviet-caliber shells, allowing Russian forces to maintain intense artillery barrages. Igor Lipsets was once one of Russia's leading economists, a professor, author, and government advisor who spent decades studying and shaping economic policy. But today, he finds himself in exile, labeled a foreign agent by the Kremlin, unable to return to his home country. In an exclusive interview with the New Voice of Ukraine, Professor Lipsets explains how his outspoken views on Russia's economic failures made him an enemy of the state. He also breaks down the Kremlin's attempts to maintain an illusion of economic stability while key industries collapse, and he warns of a financial crisis that could shake Putin's regime. Let's talk about the current state of the Russian economy. Officials like Putin and Finance Minister Siluanov frequently claim that the economy is growing. What's the real picture? It's a complete illusion. Even before the war, official statistics were questionable, but now they are outright manipulated, says Lipsets. The government is still trying to put on a brave face, but even Putin has started to admit that growth is slowing. That's just their way of preparing people for bad news. The reality is that the boom is already over.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.